New week. It's Tuesday. We make it over here yesterday. How doing other things?
Chasing our tail.
Yeah, chasing our tails. So basically, this week's gonna be another kind of mixed week. We got a lot of little stuff to do. I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep working on the fuel tank. Just slowly try to make progress on that. Which gonna drill the hole in the top to mount the filler. And there was something else I was gonna do. The tabs here for the to secure it to the top to the exocage. We were gonna do ball joints and kingpins and Jesse, but we're waiting on parts. We do have the ball joints, we do have the kingpins, we don't have the top cover for them. Apparently, it's made of titanium right now, or on back order. So that kind of brought that to a halt. I think we're putting the spring eliminator in it on the kingpin side. Anyway. We're going to start drilling, welding, and making noise. So real quick, just got a pilot hole drilled. Right there. That's just for the arbor on the hole saw. We've learned is we just put a piece of 1/4-inch rod in there, kind of permacent it. We don't destroy as many 1/4-inch drill bits doing this. Sacrificial, we got like 10 foot of the stuff laying around, so if that gets screwed up, we'll just put another one in there. It's better than replacing drill bits all the time. But now to put a 2-inch hole in a piece of 14 gauge steel. Yep, that easy. Okay, so basically we got the filler neck here. This is where we're gonna mount it, drill the hole. That's all jigged for now, so I guess next thing to do is burn it on. Alright, so with all that, we have 4 mounts on the top of the tank. Now we gotta figure out the bottom. It's getting a little later in the day, so we'll probably just do that tomorrow, or at least start on that process of putting these somewhere. But the tank will actually sit on these 4 tabs we just welded in. We'll hold it vertical. In theory, we're hoping that's how it works. Anyway, so we're just gonna let this cool down, and yeah, until tomorrow. Okay. Wednesday. It's a bit later in the day. We had to fix Ray's truck again. Yeah. I had to put a set of track bar bushings in it, change the shifter out, and the shifter boot and all that fun stuff. Busy work, just something, we just had to do. No big deal. But other than that, kind of back on the fuel tank, actually setting up to mount this thing. Okay. So basically we got these L brackets I've been talking about. We're going to try to get them mounted up here, at least tacked in place. Once again, that's what the tank will sit on. We'll sit somewhere about like that, ballpark. And don't worry, we're going to put bracing in there and on this side as well. Make sure it's all nice and sturdy. But that's kind of what we're working on now. Do one for that side, one for this side. I can grind that flat real quick and kind of build a jig almost. To kind of put these in position on this bar where we need them. So, I want to kind of get to work on that. squeezy. Alright, so it's pretty much the end of the day. We just got a call to go either fix or tow an F700. Real good customer of ours. We're going to go out and try to get his truck fired up for him first, and if not, then we'll just tow it. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. I got... Yeah, we'll get them. All sorts of little brackets and stuff cut out for mount the fuel tank. We'll probably work on that more tomorrow. So I think Friday we got rain. So yeah, we'll do our welding tomorrow, I think. That's game plan anyway. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, we're gonna hit the road. Okay, new day. It's Thursday. Managed to get here early for once. Stayed yesterday. We had to go help out a buddy of ours with a dump truck. Get that all taken care of. We didn't get any footage of that because it was quick. So we're working on the fuel tank mounts. Like everything else with this truck, it's all built in-house, it's all custom. There's nothing really readily available, I guess you could say. They just bolt on and go, so we gotta make it all ourselves. No big deal, that's what we like doing. But I kinda made the first one already, just goofing off and experimenting. I'll show you. That's basically it. Angle bracket here, that'll be trimmed off. We'll do that after it's welded. I got one over here, and I got one on the back side. We're not gonna put anything here. Sitting there thinking about it. There's no real point to putting one there, or any sort of really reinforcements. Most of the weight's gonna be sitting on the bars themselves, so, or on the actual tubing here in the back. I got this one kind of in place. I'm gonna go ahead and burn it right quick and start doing the other one. Alright, so that was easy enough. Just 3 quick beads. I'm gonna do, let that cool a minute. I'm gonna cut that end off and just burn this in real fast. Of course. Dead battery. So we just kind of realized we screwed up on something. We? Yeah, neither one of us caught it. So, top of our fuel tank sending unit. Electrical pass-through, electrical. Of course, that's a threaded, godforsaken stainless rod. That's our fuel outlet, under pressure. No return line! Yeah, kind of forgot to put a return line in it. Oops.
Yes, you did.
We're just gonna deal with that right quick. I'm still playing with
Other
fuel tank mounts. Oops. But hey, progress. Can't complain too much. Alright, so it's a little bit later on. We got these done. By we, I mean I, because Ray was in there machining. I'll show you that in a second. But yep, that's where the fuel tank's gonna sit. Next step, I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw some paint up under all that. That's why I cleaned it all so I could paint it. Just because we don't want to rust all sorts of crazy, and well, it's gonna be a nightmare to get paint in there when it's on the truck. So, moving on. Yoink. So obviously this being the top. This one. That's a new one.
Yay!
So, now, you know, we got that done. Our current, no, that's welded on. Actually shifting gears into another department. Or, I say another department, into another aspect of this. So don't mind the rust, but this is our trunk storage area, so to speak. We got to make the filler piece for here. That's essentially what I'm going to be working on the next hour or two. We've got to get this sealed off. I got the door latch I just ordered. We actually have a door to go on here with a hinge. It's back in the shop over there somewhere behind us. But what we've come up with is it's max width of 32, max height of 5 inch. We'll go ahead and cut it out to those major dimensions and essentially just whittle it down to fit in here is kind of what we're thinking. So, I'm moving all over the place. Got the piece all clamped down. Go ahead and give it a cut once I put the right disc on and go from there. 32 by 5. All you do is cut it down to whatever shape that is. There's the piece we need. Do one final fit. Make sure. Goes this way. Sorry. I can't remember which way I set it up. But anyway, I do one final fit and make sure. Recording? Yes. All right, there she sits. You see all that rust? Build up. That MIG ain't gonna have none of that. So most likely I'll take a knot wheel, throw it on the end of the grinder here, remove as much rust as humanly possible, throw a flap wheel on it, clean it down to bare steel. I don't know, MIGs are a little bit particular about that. If it's not clean bare steel, they get pissy. Well, at least this one does, let me rephrase that. This one does for sure. I guess the only thing left to do is clean and weld. Oh, while I'm thinking about it. Ray was here first part of the day. He's out doing wrecker stuff right now. Got a broke down car to go get. So yeah, he's out doing that right now. He'll be back in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna change over a drill right quick. Get the corners, get a burn. Well, set up and burn, I should say. Grab that. Okay. Just gonna use this little guy. Get in some of those corners. And on a skinny one if need be. Keep cleaning. That was quick. Just need this little guy for one corner. Gonna set up for weld. We got these little gizmos at Harbor Freight a couple months ago. With the intention to use them on a 57 cab when we do the body work on it. Well, stuff's not much thicker than sheet metal, so I'm gonna give them a try, see how they work. Yep, I think we're all set up to weld. Time to start bolting. All right, end of the day. Sun going down. I'm out of here. We put in a pretty decent day. Show what we got done. So we got the fuel tank saddles, so to speak. We got those mounted. The paint just keep it from rusting. Actually, this cage will be white with bed liner and all that fun stuff, but that just keeps it from rusting for now up underneath. Get that back piece fully installed. Here as well. It's welded all the way across. What we're gonna do tomorrow is probably what we're talking about doing is possibly figuring out where to put stuff in here. Try to maximize space, I guess you could say. No, that's finally sealed. Yay. Well, I say sealed, I still got to do a weld in here and a weld on the other side, but I just couldn't get to them. But yeah, I just couldn't get to those. I can do that tomorrow morning. No big deal. Take 10 minutes. So, as I said, talking about doing that for tomorrow. We got to find a place to mount our, we call it a come-along, mechanical winch, whatever you want to call it. We do plan on having a cradle winch in this thing. However, electrical stuff fails. It happens. So, it's always good to have a mechanical backup. That's just our theory. But anyway. Yep, there's Ray's right over there. Doot doot. Anyway, we will see you guys tomorrow.
Alright, so it's Friday. We're dysfunctional.
Yeah, we haven't had enough coffee to do this yet, but we're going to give it a whirl anyway. Got a bunch of welding done on the back of this thing yesterday. I got to do a little bit more today before it really starts downpouring on us. General game plan, we're going to plot what we're putting in this trunk area. We have a general idea.
Tailgate trunk.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. We're going to plot and see what we want to put in here, what kind of tooling and supplies and stuff. Anyway, we're going to probably not weld now because during the course of this all the hammering, it started raining. So we're going to plot out the back here and possibly try to find a place to put that mechanical winch, come along, whatever we want to call it. So I think that's what we're going to do here for the next little bit. Like I said, it's Friday, so we're going to get done what we can, I guess, without getting rained on. And I got here early-ish. I got here before noon. Yay. Okay, so we just spent literally the past 2 hours, three, trying to figure out where to put stuff. Not much storage, so to speak, on this truck. I mean, we've got a lot of big items we want to put on here. Two of those, or 2 extra fuel cans, because I'm pretty sure this truck's on eats fuel. Last truck I had this motor, and it was carbureted, but yeah, it drank.
Gallons per mile, not miles per gallon.
Precisely. So basically, we're trying to figure out, where to put stuff. There's certain things we want on the truck. We want certain recovery equipment. We want certain tools. So I'll show you what we did here. Now it is. So what we got, this is basically our trunk lid, so to speak, or folding gate, or whatever you want to call a stupid thing. So, oops, sorry. Yep, right there, round hole. That's where our taillights are going to go, right there and right there. Ballpark. So we basically took out, some stuff we're going to put on here, sockets, hammers, all manner of wrenches, hand
tools.
pry bar, and other hand tools, where we want to locate them. So, once again, we got a whole list of stuff we need to put on here. All our hand tools and stuff will go in there. We're trying to figure out where to put our jump packs in case we need them. The little mobile jump boxes. I gotta arrange all of it again. Anyway, rude. You done?
Okay.
So, we also got to figure out where to put some chains. We kind of came up with an idea of our catwalk, so to speak. Be a piece of, what do you call it, expanded metal? Yeah, expanded metal catwalk. Some reinforcement in it for the fuel jug to sit on, the water jug, the
Ice
snack
chest.
cooler. The winch has a place to go, which we haven't bought or built yet, but we know how big the winch is going to be, and the cradle and all that stuff. We got a real good idea, anyway. But trying to find a place to put chains and stuff. We're going to have to get real creative with that and build like kind of an underbox. Spare fluids, another thing. We need, a place to mount all that. So we figured out between the 2 gas cans, we'll have enough room to put, 4 1-gallon jugs and 2 quart bottles. So, I think I mentioned earlier, there's a lot, I think it was last week. Squirrel.
Ball.
A lot goes on behind the scenes. I know, we're laughing like idiots. A lot goes on behind the scenes. A lot of sitting here thinking and plotting and where's this going to go? Where's that going to go? Oh, if we do this, we can't do that. If we can't do that, we can't do this. But then it's part of doing custom work. And like I said, that's what we do. We have a problem, we figure it out. Mostly. Most of the time we do. Pretty good at it. So, I think we're going to do for now. We're going to pop a hole in this trunk lid, so to speak, so we can get our tail lights in there so we kind of know where they're going to live. holes are drilled, or hole sawed, whatever you want to call it. The rubber rings still don't quite fit in there. I got to pull about 1/8 inch out of the whole diameter of the thing. So I'm going to hit it with a Dremel right quick. And would you watch where I'm going? So, Ray's going to hit with the Dremel. I'll kind of widen it out a little bit so this goofy rubber ring will fit in there. Right now, you take a look at it. We're not going to take a lot. No, not going to take a lot. About 1/8 inch overall.
Second one done. Wee bit on the tight side, but it fits.
Switching gears a little bit. 2-inch exhaust hangers. We ain't never going to mess with anything that has 2-inch exhaust. We'll weld those right there because that's where the mechanical winch come along, whatever you want to call it. That's where it's going to hang out. It's right in this general area. The handle's going to go off that way. Ish. Well, sorry. That way. We'll ratchet it down to that bar there. So I'm setting up to do that. Welder's out here. Rain stops. Go. This is kind of what we're thinking. Ball here. So that's those two exhaust hangers we just burnt in. On that side, on that side. The handle will live under the bar. And we'll make something to hold it there. That's just for now. That's essentially where that's going to live. Again, just try to make some forward momentum. Make some progress. Celebratory coffee. End of the week. This week's been a lot of planning. Got a few small things done, but mainly trying not to run ourselves into a corner, trying to have everything planned out before we do it, which doesn't always work, but
Yeah, no, it rarely does.
but it helps. We've, as I said, planned out the whole back of the truck, where things are going to go, lights, all that other fun stuff. So with lights comes wiring, where can we route those so that they're in a safe place, don't get ripped off by tree branches. All that craziness. It just planning and thinking ahead. Like I said, that's most of what we've done this week. That we had to work.
We got the trunk basically done.
Yeah.
Got the layout on an idea of what we want to put in the trunk.
Yep, the tool layout.
Got the hand winch mounted where we kind of halfway like it. New fuel filter in the wrecker.
You know, we did the track bar and wrecker. We did some other work to the wrecker. The Durango over here, we did a bunch of work on it.
Yeah.
Some of this was off camera, obviously, because we forget sometimes to turn it on. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna wrap it up this week, I think. Go home, get some food, pet a Saint Bernard.
Go play with a Jerus.
Yeah. So, anyway, if you're only doing nothing, right? Hit subscribe, like, bell, all that
Leave
stuff.
comments, tell us what you think.
Yeah, by all means, comment. New subscribers, by the way, appreciate it, definitely. I'm not sure yet what we're doing next week. All depends on parts. I got some stuff ordered. We all know how that works. So, until next week, we'll see what shows up.